it hurts to get hit in the face, I think, pretty much. It's hard to get hit in the face.
Fine. I'm just gonna do this one thing. Work together to close this case. And that's it for the two of us.
It is.
So, first of all, how are you feeling about bringing True Detective to Brazil and to the people of CCXP? Because you're gonna get a warm welcome there.
We better.
Maravilhosos.
I had no idea of the size of this until it was explained to me. And I saw the videos of previous HBO shows that had been here, and I was like, that's enormous. I was so excited. And initially they were like, perhaps it's only you, and I was like, no, I want to absolutely bring the detectives with me. I think that in that environment, seeing them is going to make a massive difference. So
You just said we're mad though that we're not in costume.
Only regret.
They were too late. There was nothing we could do.
I have a question for Jodie.
Sure.
So, you've become more and more selective with your projects over the years.
Yes.
So, what was it about Night Country that made you think, well, I can't pass on this, I need to do this?
It's as simple as a fantastic script, I think. I read the script and couldn't stop reading and wanted to know what happened next and was really intrigued by this idea of the night country. So what happens in the dark in Alaska and the most northern places. The fact that, honestly, one of the reasons why I'm still doing this is to help support other people's voices. I met Issa, and that pretty much was the nail in the, I don't want to say the nail in the coffin. That's just the wrong analogy.
Is it? It's a murder mystery.
It is a murder mystery. But the second I met Issa, I knew that was the vision that should be supported, and her vision was the right one for the show.
It's also been notable that this is your first time playing a detective.
Is it?
I mean,
Você tá me trollando, eu?
since Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be back at it? And do these kinds of characters interest you a lot?
This is the only other time that I wanted to play a detective, so there you go. I think it's been fascinating to the second I put on the uniform, I felt like, oh, I totally know who this character is. I just love Danvers, so I love the idea of this very imperfect woman doing this job where she's supposed to be the one in charge, but in a weird way, she's such an asshole that you can't believe that anybody would put her in charge. So I like that.
So my next question is for Kaylee. Kaylee, going from boxing champion to award-winning actress is a very interesting career path. So I wonder, how does your experience in sports help you as an actress and specifically in this role?
Boxing, it's a very individual sport, but it's not. You're the one in the ring, like you're the one in front of the camera, but you have so many people helping you, directing you behind the camera. They see what you don't see, the repetition. So I've taken a lot of it. There's a lot of parallels from boxing to acting, but one biggest one is the fact that it's based on trust and being present. So my opponent, my scene partner, you can imagine how the fight's gonna go, you can imagine how the scene's gonna go, but you don't know how it's gonna go until you get there. And you might plan it going a certain way, but as soon as the actor presents to you their character, you just have to kind of work off of them, and you have to be present and think in the moment, be on your toes, you know what I mean, roll with the punches.
But also she's incredibly disciplined. And she has a disciplined mind where she can shut things out and keep going. I mean, you just keep going no matter how much she's suffering. So there are moments, obviously you've suffered more as a boxer, possibly. It hurts to get hit in the face, I think, pretty much. It's hard to get hit in the face. But acting's a little bit like that, where you have to just keep doing it over and over again, no matter how cold you are, how bored you are, or you have to get to there's a final goal, and whatever it is that you have to endure, you have to stick on that path.
I will say, as the fact of working with Kaylee as an athlete, her endless capacity, which I will never be thankful enough for, go again. Go again. And Kaylee going like, all right, just shaking it and going and going and going. And really interesting to find that athlete mentality working with her.
A good coach, man.
Thank you.
So now, Issa, True Detective has been off the air since 2019. So I'm curious, what made you keen on telling a story under this particular banner instead of just developing a new show? What makes Night Country a True Detective story?
Well, it's a massive challenge. There was, at the beginning, it was like, this could be Night Country or True Detective Night Country. I came up with a story, and then I wrote a first treatment, and I liked it a lot, and I was like, you know what? I want to do it in my own series. I don't want it to be True Detective because it's mine and because it's terrifying to try to do something that is so beloved and people miss. And I was like, yeah, let's not. So I went to HBO with that, and the meeting has started, and Francesca Orsi, the chief of drama, said, "This is True Detective." And I was like, yay, terrifying. Because now I was going, and we are going to be compared beat by beat to a beloved series.
That's always
So
Terrifying.
well, you know what? I think we honestly rose to the occasion, and I hope people see that.
So now I have a last question. It's a bit of a exercise in imagination,
Okay.
Yeah.
especially for Jodie. This question.
Okay.
Well, if the roles were reversed, let's imagine the roles were reversed.
Okay.
How do you think Danvers would fare against Hannibal and Buffalo Bill? And how do you think Clarice would solve this mystery in Alaska?
Well, I don't know, because Clarice would be 30 years older. So I think this is an evolution of things. What was embedded in the landscape of Silence of the Lambs was there was a kind of misogyny and a kind of male universe. And she was the prodigal daughter in some ways, living in a male world, but that's not true of True Detective. Navarro and Danvers are complete in some ways. You know, they are these authority figures, these detectives, and they do have a female way of going about solving this mystery. And there's some dead men out there. It's nice to say that, isn't it? There's some dead men out there instead of saying there's some dead women out there.
Women trying to figure out who killed some
Some guys.
blokes. So it's quite the reverse.